Hey, what's going on? I pressed the button too soon. Whoops. I was even gonna put on a real shirt instead of wearing the robe again, but I didn't. So, yeah, I gotta shave. I'm like a mess. Thankfully, it's Friday. Like, I'm not even, this isn't adjusted right. What is happening? Why is this so low? Go up. I didn't lower that. Ugh. I really, really hope it's not going to be one of those days. It can't be one of those days. I got too much crap to do. I haven't even taken the coffee out of the coffee. All right, here's what I mean. Check this out. This is how I make coffee. It's a tea strainer. Do you know why? Because making coffee when you're really tired is a lot of work. So I put ground coffee in there, and then I soak it in water, and then I take it out. And it does leave a little bit of coffee sludge at the bottom, but that's okay because it's good coffee. Hey, it's just my eyeball on the TV. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days. I can already tell. I have too much crap to do. So here's what's going on. Hold on. Here's the intro I've been practicing. Welcome to First Cup. I'm Jeremy Lesniak, and this is my first cup of coffee. That's what I was supposed to say first, but I was dumb with buttons. Maybe that should be the new name of the show. Dumb with buttons. Kind of describes a lot of what happens with my career. Ugh. All right, hold up. Okay. All right, I got this. Okay. So, I think I mentioned yesterday that there's a weekend-long martial arts camp. The Kempo Jiu-Jitsu school I train in. We're hanging out. And I've packed a camp chair. That's literally what I've packed. It's a camp chair. I have some work I got to do today. Not a ton. So I think I can get this all done. But I realized as I was waking up this morning, you ever do this? You're like, oh, I still have probably an hour to sleep, but my brain's gonna think of a thing that's really important right now. Remember that I don't have my pop-up canopy that we spent most of the weekend under last year at this event because I lent it to a friend who only lives one town over, but I don't know if she's home. But it's too early to text her because it's 6 a.m. There we go. That's better. So I have to try to find my canopy. And if not, bring a hat because we're all going to be sunburned. I have to shave. If your grainy neck hair shows up on 480p, then you need to shave. It's a rule. Oh, I went to bed early last night, and I feel much better. It's been a long week. I like sleeping on the ground. I'm gonna bring my air mattress that fills my tent. It literally fills the tent. It kind of pushes out the sidewalls of the tent a little bit. And the only reason I'm doing that is that it's gonna be hot, so I can't sleep in the back of the SUV without putting the windows down, and that means bugs come in. And I've never built my idea for really light Velcro screens that you could put over windows. It's a thing. I don't think they make them, but they should. Somebody should make them. But it's not gonna be me. I'm making too many things right now. I'm all out of sorts. My phone just notified me of something. I don't know what. This is not my best cup of coffee. think I put too much creatine in. I think I can taste it. I don't know. I had breakfast on the porch yesterday. It was awesome. I sat on the porch once it wasn't, 40 degrees, and I had breakfast. It was really nice. Let me do that again. There are no deer outside. The cat seems to have gone somewhere. Every episode of this will not be great. I've accepted that. Maybe I should have started a little later, but I really wanted my coffee. I promised that I would not do this show until I promised I wouldn't have coffee without this show. I'm pretty sure if there was a description of the show, it would be, watch a ridiculous man wake up on air over the course of 10 minutes while he drinks a cup of coffee. I think that's really what it is. More samples on the way, more products. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yay. Someday we're going to have a bunch of stuff. Like a lot of different stuff at Whistlekick. And I won't be able to do this show in my living room wearing a robe, unshaven. Because people say it's unprofessional. Ugh, whatever. Maybe they will still do that. Maybe we'll be like the anti-martial arts conglomerate. Maybe all I'll ever wear is a robe. Maybe I'll make a robe into a gi. I mean, it kind of is. It's got a belt. I do kind of want to make like pajama robes. Pajama gis. Normally I use the generic term uniform because, doughbox. But nobody wants to slip their pajamas on over their head if they're above, 7. It's much easier to wrap them like a robe. So, what if you had a gi? It was made of like robe material. I mean, that's basically a robe, isn't it? Man. This is my product development process. I start with what if and realize that most of the ideas are dumb. And then once in a while, they're not. I hope you've had a great week. I hope your Friday is awesome. I hope your weekend is awesomer. No, I don't. I hope every day is equally awesome, but above the threshold of awesome. I hope all your days are wonderful. I try to make mine wonderful. Yesterday was good. I was so tired. I'm not going to tell you when I went to bed, but it was still light out. Let's put it that way. Now, to be fair, it's mid-July in Vermont, so it's light until like 9 o'clock. Right around the solstice. For those of you that live down south, you may not realize how dramatic a difference it can be when the sun sets. But there are, right around the solstice in June, you can see outside until like 9:15, 9:30. Well, it doesn't mean you're driving with your lights off, but you can still do it. Hey, wow, 9 minutes. What am I going to suggest that you do? Where's the hook for this show? I have no idea. It's not in my coffee. All right. So quite often we talk about working for the weekend or just, kind of making these comments that we can't wait for the weekend. Well, the weekend is 2/7 of your life. If you're not enjoying the other 5, you're wasting time. Don't waste time. You don't get it back. Time is the only currency we have. Money is just a store of time. That's all it is. So